Welcome, everyone. Welcome to our third class in our 7-week chakra series. So this week we're going to be talking about the solar plexus chakra. And here is the symbol for the solar plexus chakra. The color is yellow, so that's why I'm wearing my one yellow tank top that I have today. So I'll read a little bit about the solar plexus chakra. The Sanskrit for this chakra is Manipura. And this chakra has to do with our personality and our willpower. So it's where we get things done. So our first couple of chakras were kind of about feeling safe and then maybe having a little bit of creativity in our second chakra. And this chakra is like where we take all that and start to get things done. The element of this chakra is fire, and this chakra is really about power, the ability to carry out a task, so getting things done, completing an action, making something happen. So will is created through the integration of intention and energy. Our body systems that are affected by this chakra are metabolism and digestion. And the basic right of the chakra is to act. So it's let's do the thing, let's get stuff done. The demon of the chakra is shame. So a few little mantras or self-affirmations that you can use with this chakra if you want to kind of choose one of these and keep it in your mind as your intention today, or not, your choice. The first one is, I am strong, centered, and determined. The next one is, I am powerful, brave, and focused. The next one is, I am able to gracefully weather life's unexpected storms. And the last one is, I am strong enough to follow through. Oh, there's one more, sorry. Bonus one. My power radiates from the center of my being. So that's really the essence of it. And your solar plexus, is kind of right the center, your core. So with that said, we are going to be doing a lot of core work today. And we're going to start on our backs for our practice. So come to your mat, come onto your backs, and come into any comfortable position you'd like to take on your back. Those knees can be bent or they can be straight. If your knees are bent, you can point those knees straight up toward the ceiling. You can walk your feet out towards the edges of the mat, let the knees rest in against each other. Or if you'd like, you can bring the soles of your feet together, let your knees open out to the sides, getting a nice little hip opener and inner thigh stretch. We'll spend a few moments here to just connect with our breath, taking some nice full deep inhales and exhales. We will be doing a pranayama practice, but we're going to do that a little bit later when we're seated. So just starting by bringing our attention to the breath. Let's go ahead and all bend the knees now if they're not already bent. Extending arms out to a T position. Palms can be up or down, and then we'll drop both knees over to the right side for a lying spinal twist. So if you like, you can turn your head and look down your left arm. We'll bring the knees and the head up to center, dropping the knees over to the left, maybe turning the head to look down that right arm. And then we'll start to move this with the breath. So inhaling knees up to center, exhaling them to the right, inhaling them to center, and then exhaling them to the left. So just continuing to move with your breath at your pace. Inhaling knees through center, exhaling, alternating them from side to side. So you can leave your feet on the mat, or you can pick the feet up off the mat, bringing the knees in closer to your chest. And that's going to start to activate the core a little bit more. And as always, please remember that this is your practice today. So if something doesn't work for you or your body, or you need to take a break, please do so. Modify any poses that you need to, or skip them altogether. Let's take one more to each side. And then we'll bring the knees to center. Go ahead and give them a little hug, squeeze them in. And then keeping the feet off the mat, extend the arms back out into that T position. And we're going to bring the knees just partway over to the right, and then extend the legs out. Bending the knees again, bringing them through center, taking them partway to the left, and then extending the legs. So we'll do that a few times on each side. Let's do about 4. And the lower your legs are to the floor, when you straighten them, the more challenging this will be. And depending on what furniture is in your room, you might not be able to move too far from side to side. I'm trying not to kick my dresser over here. And we'll do one more to each side. Coming to center when we're done and hugging the knees again. Holding on to the right knee, let's extend the left leg out long. You can either rest your heel on the mat or leave it hovering off the mat an inch or two. You can leave your head and your shoulders down, or if you want, pick the head and the shoulders up, bring the forehead in a little bit closer to that knee. On your next inhale, we're going to extend the right leg out long. Exhale, bring the left knee in. So moving back and forth with your breath at your pace. Inhale, extending. Exhaling, bringing the opposite knee in. So just go back and forth. The next time we have that right knee hugged in, pause there, release the left heel and the back of the head to the mat. Taking the left hand to the outside of the right knee, take your right knee across your body over to the left, reach your right arm out and twist. Maybe also look down that right arm. And we'll release, come back to center. Extending the right leg out, bringing the left knee in, give it a nice squeeze. Taking the right hand to the outside of the left knee, take the left knee across the body over to the right, reaching that left arm out. Maybe also looking down that left arm. And release, come back to center, hug both knees into the chest. Take some little rocks from side to side. And then circle those knees around, first in one direction. And then in the opposite direction. Coming to center, grabbing a hold behind the knees and using the legs to rock back and forth 2 to 3 times. We'll come up and balance on our sit bones in Vasana, boat pose. So come up and balance. So you can hold on to your legs or release them. You can keep your knees bent or straighten the legs. You can leave the arms out to the front or reach them out to the sides. So holding this for about 30 seconds. I've already started the clock. Relax the shoulders, lift the heart. Breathe. We're halfway there. Just a few more seconds. And release. Drop the feet, hug the knees, and lift the back around. And so now we're going to come into a wide-legged boat. So grabbing a hold of our big toes with the first two fingers and thumbs. You could also grab a hold of your ankles or your calves. And then we'll take the legs up and out. You do not have to straighten your legs all the way, but using that core to stay nice and steady so we don't rock forward or backwards. And release. And we'll just go ahead and come into a comfortable seat. So now is where we are going to do that pranayama I told you about. We're going to do the breath of fire. It does involve kind of a forceful exhale out through the nose. So if you want to, and I'm going to grab a tissue and blow your nose first so that stuff doesn't come flying out when we do this. All right, so just come into any comfortable seat you choose. If you want, you can sit on a blanket if you have one. Cross-legged is fine, or you can extend your legs out. If you want to take lotus or half lotus, that's fine too. So sitting up nice and tall, we'll just take a few nice deep breaths before we begin. So this is a forceful exhale, and then the inhale just kind of happens naturally, and you'll actually be pumping your belly to create that forceful exhale. Okay, so you'll pump your belly in, and that will force the exhale, and then just when you relax it, the inhale will happen naturally. So the way it's going to work is we're going to take a nice deep inhale, a full exhale, and then another inhale, and then we'll go ahead and begin. And we'll do about 20 of these short, quick breaths, and then we'll take a break and we'll do some nice deep breaths, and we'll do 3 rounds total. Okay, so we'll go ahead and take a nice deep inhale, full exhale, nice inhale, and then we'll begin. And once you're done with 20, nice deep inhale, nice full exhale, deep inhale, and let's do 20 again. And nice deep inhale, full exhale, one more inhale, and last round for 20. Here we go. And go ahead and just take some nice full deep breaths here. So you should feel some kind of warmth happening. If you did this right, you should feel a little bit of warmth happening in your abdominal area. And just building that heat inside the body. And then let's go ahead and move into a breathing twist from here. Inhaling, reaching arms up. Exhaling, gently twisting to one side, placing one hand in front and one behind, and inhale it back up. Exhaling as we twist to the other side. So moving with your breath at your pace, inhaling as you reach, exhaling as we gently twist. So a lot of our poses today will be twists, not an excessive amount, but core work and twists is kind of what we're going to be focusing on. So thinking about twisting from the center of your body, right from that third chakra. Let's hold on one side for an extra couple of breaths. If you want, you can take that front hand to the opposite knee, pressing into the knee to go a little deeper into that twist. And we'll release, inhaling arms up. Exhaling, twisting to the other side. Again, front hand opposite knee, press into the knee, go a little deeper into that twist. And release, inhaling the arms up. Exhaling the hands to the heart. Let's make our way to all fours for some cat and cows. So bringing our wrists underneath our shoulders, our knees under hips, fingers spread wide. You can pad your knees with a blanket or by folding up your mat. Inhaling, we'll dip the belly down and look up into cow. Exhaling, we'll arch the spine and tuck the chin and the pelvis under into cat. So moving with your breath at your pace. Inhaling and exhaling, keeping the core engaged throughout. So thinking about drawing in all those tiny little muscles that we have that make up our core muscles. And the core is not just the front, not just the abdominals, it's also our oblique abdominals, it's our back muscles. So thinking about drawing all those muscles in towards the center of the body. Let's take a few more. And we'll take one more of each. Coming to neutral spine, moving into our spinal balance. We're going to inhale, reach the right arm and the left leg out. Exhaling, we'll bring the elbow to the knee under the body. And inhale, reach it out. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, reach it out. Exhale, bring it in. And let's reach out and hold for a few extra breaths. You can stay here if you like, or you can bend the knee and reach back for the foot with the hand, pressing the foot into the hand, lifting the leg, lifting the gaze. And releasing. Let's do the other side. So left arm and right leg reach. Inhale, reach it out, and then exhale. Bring the elbow to the knee. Move with your breath. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bring it in. Couple more here. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Let's reach out and hold here. Holding the pose, not our breath. Staying here or bending the knee and reaching back for the foot with the hand, pressing the foot into the hand, lifting the leg, lifting the gaze. And release. Coming back to all fours and then sitting back into a child's pose. So any version of child's pose that you like, you can extend your arms out towards the front of the mat. You can stack your hands or fists and rest the forehead on them, or bring your hands back by your feet with your palms facing up. Your knees can be together, you can separate them. Remembering that we can rest in our child's pose anytime we feel like we need to take a little break. You can always come here and rest. And if this isn't comfortable, any other seated or lying down pose is fine. And so you can stay here a while longer, or if you're ready, make your way into downward facing dog. Planting the hands at the front of the mat, shoulder width apart, fingers spread wide. We'll come forward and tuck the toes, lifting the hips up and back, coming into that first downward dog. So taking some time here, if you like to move your first downward dog, feel free. Maybe pedal out your feet or take one leg into three-legged dog at a time, or shake your head out. Whatever feels good to you. And you don't have to move this pose if you don't want to. You could be still. Settling into our downward dog when we're done with our movements, if we were making any. Tucking the chin, looking back between the legs. And then we'll look up with the hands and just walk the feet up to the hands.
Coming into forward fold. So feet stay hip width apart. We'll soften the knees, grab opposite elbows, let the upper body hang. Shaking the head out from side to side. Taking it front to back. Swaying the whole torso from side to side. And we'll come back to center, releasing elbows, placing the hands on the shins of the thighs, extending the spine, looking forward. On our next exhale, folding. Inhaling, reverse swan dive, come all the way up. Exhaling the hands to the heart. Take a few deep breaths here. And we'll go ahead and turn. Take a nice big step out to the side. You don't have to turn if you don't want to. I always do though. So feet are nice and wide. Toes turn out about 45 degrees. We'll move through some moonflowers and sunflowers. Inhaling, reaching to the corners. Exhaling, bending the knees, bringing the elbows into the sides. And inhale, reach it up and out. Exhaling as we bend. Couple more. Inhale and exhale. One more moonflower. And exhale, transition to your sunflowers. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up, palms touch. Exhale, bend the knees, circle the arms down and around as we fold. And inhale, rings, let's back up. Exhaling as we fold. Couple more, inhale. And exhale. Last one. Exhale down, inhale, come back up. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart, bend the knees, sink the hips, come into a prayer squat. So keeping the shoulders stacked over the hips, knees are pointing in the same direction as the toes. Breathing here. Releasing the hands to the thighs and leaning slightly forward. Pressing our right hand into our right thigh, looking over the left shoulder, twisting here. And release and switch sides. And release. Inhaling it up, straightening the legs. Stepping the feet together at the top of the mat. And bringing the hands to the heart. Taking a few deep breaths here. So we're going to move through a solar plexus sun salutation. So it'll be a little bit different. There's going to be like a warrior one, a warrior two, side angle in there. So it'll be a little bit different, but nothing earth shattering. As always, if you prefer to do your own favorite version of sun salutation, by all means, be my guest. Starting at the top of the mat, inhaling, reaching arms up. Exhale, swan dive down, forward fold with soft knees. Stepping the right foot back, turning that foot out 45 degrees, drop the heel. Inhale, come up, warrior one. Exhale, open to the side, warrior two. Spin that back foot out a little bit more. Inhale, side angle. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step the left foot back to plank. Hold here. And press back, downward facing dog. So no vinyasa. Stepping the right foot up by the hands. Turn the left foot out 45 degrees. Inhale up, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, side angle. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step the left foot to the front. Inhale, reverse swan dive, come up. Exhale, the hands to the heart. So repeat that on the other side. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold forward, hands to the mat, left foot to the back this time. Turn that foot out 45 degrees. Drop the heel. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, side angle. Exhale, hands to the mat. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward dog. Left foot steps up by the hand. Turn the right foot out 45 degrees. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, side angle. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step the right foot to the front, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, come up. Exhale, the hands to the heart. We'll do that once more on each side. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, fold it forward. Right foot to the back. Turn that foot out 45 degrees. Drop the heel. Inhale up, warrior one. Exhale, open up to the side, warrior two. Inhale, side angle. Exhale, hands to the mat. Inhale, step back plank. Exhale, press back, downward dog. Right foot steps up by the hands. Turn the left foot out, drop the heel. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, side angle. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step the left foot to the front, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, come up. And exhale, the hands to the heart. We'll do that one more time on the left. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, fold it forward. Left foot to the back. Turn that foot out, drop the heel. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, side angle. Exhale, hands to the mat. Inhale, step back to plank. Exhale, press back, downward dog. Left foot steps up. Turn the right foot out, drop the heel. Inhale, warrior one. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, side angle. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step the right foot to the front, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive, come up. Exhale, the hands to the heart. And we'll take a few deep breaths here. You need to take some open mouth exhales. Letting it out the mouth. That extra heat that we've built up. And let's inhale, reach it up. Exhale, swan dive down, forward fold with soft knees. We're going to step the foot back again, turning that foot out, drop the heel. We're going to come into warrior one. This one will hold for more than just a breath. So take your time here. If you wanted to do the little hip adjustment for your warrior one, you could do that now, taking the right hand to the hip and then gently guiding that hip forward. And then whatever arms you like, so you don't have to have the arms overhead. You can leave them at the hips or take them to the heart. You could take cactus arms. You could have your palms touching overhead, arms parallel out to a V. Lots of options for those arms. Relaxing the shoulders down away from the ears. Breathing here. And then we're going to move into warrior three. So bringing the arms out to the front, shifting the weight onto the left leg, take the right leg up and come into your warrior three. So if you're feeling super wobbly, bring your hands down to the mat, no worries. Otherwise, extend the arms out to the front. If you're lucky like me and you have a windowsill in front of you, you put your hands on that windowsill. You could also bring your hands out to the sides. Hands to the heart, back by the hips. I like the airplane arms myself. Dropping that right hip down so it's level with the left. And then we'll step that back foot back into warrior one. And then release the hands to the hips. Straightening out the left leg, stepping the right foot up a little closer, shortening our stance. If you feel a little bit unstable or wobbly, move that right foot out a little bit more towards the right side of your mat. Placing the left hand on the low back, the right arm is going to extend up. Inhale, lengthen the spine, reaching the arm up. Exhale, continue to lengthen the spine, reach out over the right leg. Moving into our twisting triangle. So your right hand can rest on your left leg, just please do not put it on your knee joint. You could bring it to the mat, or my preference is always to use a block in this pose. And then we'll start to turn the torso to the left, either leaving your hand on your low back or reaching it up toward the ceiling. Twisting triangle. And then we're going to release the left hand down. We're going to come into our regular triangle. So the left hand is going to take the place of the right. I actually will take my hand to the other side of the foot, and then I actually also will raise the height of my block. Turning that right foot out up to 90 degrees, and then the right arm comes up and we open to the side for Utthita Trikonasana triangle. And then we're going to take this right arm and reach for the front of the mat. So bringing that arm right alongside the head. And then if you like, reach your left arm out. Releasing the left hand down. Let's bring that right arm up and then let's stand all the way up. Heel toe that right foot back a little bit more, widen your stance again, and then bend the left knee, come back into warrior two. And then we'll bring the hands down to frame that left foot, lowering the right knee down, coming into a low lunge. So hopefully when you did that, you wound up with your left knee stacked right over your left ankle. It should not be coming forward to the ankle. The right knee is behind the right hip. And then we're going to do another twist. So bring our hands up on top of the thigh and then bringing the hands into the heart. Taking our right elbow to the outside of the left thigh. And if you cannot get your right elbow all the way across, just take your right hand to the outside of the left thigh, and then the left hand can rest on your low back. So you can stay with your right knee down, or you can tuck your right toes under and extend the leg, lifting the knee. Releasing the knee if it's lifted, unwinding the twist, bringing the hands down to frame the foot, stepping that left foot back either into downward dog or child's pose, or if you feel gypped that you didn't get to do vinyasas before in the sun salutation, you can step back to plank and take that vinyasa, moving through chaturanga, upward dog or cobra, and then back into downward dog. From here, we'll step that right foot up by the hands, turning the left foot out 45 degrees, drop the heel, keeping that right knee bent, walking our way up that right leg for warrior one on the other side. So again, if you wanted to adjust your hips, this time using that left hand to gently guide the left hip forward, tailbone releases down. You can fix your pants at the same time if you need to. Whatever arms you like for your warrior. Relaxing the shoulders away from the ears. And breathe. Moving into warrior three, bringing the arms out to the front, shifting the weight onto that right leg, lifting off, flying into our warrior three. Again, the hands can stay out to the front. You can bring them out to the sides or to the heart, or reach them down to the mat if you're feeling a little bit wobbly. Keeping the right knee a little bit soft here. And then let's step that foot back. Extending the arms back up into our warrior one. And then releasing the hands to the hips. Straightening out the right leg, stepping the left foot up a little closer. Maybe stepping out towards the side of the mat a little bit. Placing our right hand on the low back, extending the left arm up. Inhaling, reaching for the sky. Exhale, continue to reach out over the right leg. Bringing the left hand to the thigh or the shin, bringing in your block, placing the hand on the mat. Turning the torso to the right, leaving your right hand on your back or reaching that arm up. Releasing the right hand down. The right hand is going to take the place of the left. If you need to, switch sides of your foot, come up a little bit higher on the leg, do what you need to do. Let's turn this left foot out a little bit more, and then we'll take the left arm up for Untitled Chapter triangle. Taking this left arm and reaching towards the front of your mat. Bring the arm right alongside the head. And if you like, reach the right arm up. Release the right hand down. Let's bring that left arm up and we'll stand all the way up. Heel toe that left foot back a little bit more, widening your stance, bending the right knee, coming into warrior two. And let's bring the hands down to the mat, lowering the left knee down, coming into that low lunge. So again, let's just double check and make sure that the right knee is stacked over the right ankle, the left knee is behind the left hip. And then we'll walk our hands up on top of the thigh, bringing the hands to the heart, taking that twist, left elbow to the outside of the right thigh, or left hand to the outside of the right thigh and right hand to the low back. Option to tuck the left toes under and lift the knee. Releasing the knee if it's lifted. Unwind your twist, bring your hands down and frame the foot. Step that right foot back to down dog, child's pose, or to plank for another vinyasa. And we'll all meet up in downward dog. Right leg lifts, three-legged dog. Bring the knee towards the nose, coming forward. Inhale, lift, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring the knee to the right elbow. Inhale, lift, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring the knee across the body to the left elbow. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bring the knee to the right wrist. Coming into pigeon. So if this bothers your knee, please come onto your back and take a figure four instead of the pigeon pose. You're staying in pigeon, keeping those hips level, folding when you're ready. You could prop underneath the right hip if you like. You can rest your head on your hands, bring it to a block, or take the forehead all the way to the mat. And we'll release coming up, planting the hands at the front of the mat, tucking the left toes under, lifting those hips up and back. Coming into downward dog. Left leg lifts, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring the knee to the nose. Inhale, lift, three-legged dog. Exhale, the knee to the left elbow. Inhale, lift, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring the knee across the body to the right elbow. Inhale, lift, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring the knee to the left wrist. Coming into pigeon on the other side. So again, take the figure four on your back if you need to. Prop underneath the left hip if you like. Fold when you're ready. And we'll make our way back into downward facing dog. Planting the hands at the front of the mat, tucking the right toes under, lift those hips up and back. Come into downward dog, and then we're going to come forward into a high plank. So shoulders come over the wrists. Make sure you have a nice straight line from your heels to your shoulders. You can always modify by dropping your knees. So we're going to just drop both heels over to the right. If you're on your knees, take your lower legs to the right. And let's bring the heels back up to center, and then we'll drop them over to the left, or take your lower legs to the left. Bringing the heels back to center, dropping the heels to the right again. This time, if you like, take your left arm up and come into Vasana or side plank. And we'll release through center, over to the left. Maybe take that right arm up. And release. Go ahead and drop your knees, and we're going to lower all the way down to the mat. All right. We're going to come into probably what is one of my least favorite poses, but because I'm on carpet, I don't mind it as much. It is bow pose. So, and it really puts all of our weight on that solar plexus, so that's why we're doing it for this chakra. So we're going to do it twice. I'm going to take you through kind of the half version and then give you the option to do the full version. So I'll start out with the half. We're going to bring our right forearm out in front of us and bend the left leg and point the toes up toward the ceiling. Taking the left arm and reaching back for our left ankle, and then pressing the foot into the hand. So this is our half bow. Full bow, you would grab both feet and then press them into the hands and lift. And release. Turning the head to one side. Take a few deep breaths here. All right, we're going to do that one more time. So if you did the half bow, you're going to do the half bow on the other side. So this time you would take your left forearm out in front of you, bend the right leg, reach back for that right foot or ankle with your right hand, and then just press and create that tension. If you want to do full bow again, reach back for both ankles and press them into the hands. Do not hold your breath. And release. And turn the head to the other side. And we'll go ahead and press back into a child's pose. So any version of child's pose you like. And we'll go ahead and sit up. Taking the legs around to the front, coming into staff pose or Dandasana, extending the legs out long. You can move some of the flesh out from underneath your sit bones. If you want, you can elevate your hips by sitting on the edge of a blanket. You might want to have a strap nearby. Flexing the feet. Let's inhale, reach the arms up, engaging the core before we fold, hinging from the hips. So notice if that makes a difference in your fold when you engage your core first. For me, I feel like I can get a little deeper because I'm literally moving some of that flesh out of the way. So reaching for your feet, ankles, shins, thighs, or using that strap to extend your reach. Let's inhale, extend the spine a little bit more. Exhale, deepen the fold. Again, pulling the abdominals in, keeping that core engaged. And we'll release. If you're using a strap today, you can leave it wrapped around the bottom of your left foot. Take your right foot out, bending that right knee, and then letting that knee open out to the right side for Janu Shirshasana. If you want, you can prop underneath the knee. Placing one hand on either side of the left leg, turning the chest to face the leg, inhaling as we lengthen, exhaling as we fold. So you can reach for your foot or the strap or anywhere along the leg. You can take a cross grip with your hands if you want to. And release. Bringing that right knee up, stepping that foot up and over to the outside of your left thigh, leaving that left leg straight or bending it underneath you, and sitting back down, hugging the knee with the left arm. The right arm comes behind us and we twist. So you can stay hugging the knee, you can bring your elbow past your knee, you can bind. I'm going to give you one more fun little option. If you want, you can take your left first two fingers and thumb, wrap it around your right big toe, and then extend the leg. So a little bit different version of this twist. And we'll release. Go ahead and extend the right leg out. Bend your left knee. Let that knee open out to the left side. Maybe prop underneath the knee. Maybe set up a strap around the bottom of the right foot. Turning the chest to face the leg. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. Reaching for the foot, the strap, anywhere along the leg. And we'll release coming up, bringing that left knee up. Step that foot up and over. Leaving that right leg straight or bending it underneath you. And so again, you can hug the knee and take your left arm behind you so you could stay here, or you could bring the elbow past the knee, or if you want, take the first two fingers and thumb of your right hand to your left big toe and then extend the leg. And release. All right, let's go ahead and roll it all the way down. So let's do one more core challenge here. So not holding on, going down nice and slow, one vertebra at a time, tucking the chin into the chest, fighting gravity all the way down. Once gravity wins, as it always does, come to the back, hug the knees into the chest, taking some rocks from side to side. Circling the knees around, first in one direction. And then in the opposite direction. Coming to center, hugging the right knee in, releasing the left leg, give that right knee a squeeze. Reaching the right leg up, point and flex the foot. Circling that foot first in one direction and then in the opposite direction. Grabbing anywhere along the leg or using your strap, pulling that right leg in for a hamstring stretch. Your left leg may be bent, or you can straighten that leg out along the floor. Extending the right leg out towards the right side, keeping your left side on the mat. You can put your left hand onto your hip or activate the muscles in that left leg, so flexing the foot, engaging the calf muscles and the hamstrings and the quadriceps. And then we'll take that right leg up and across the body over to the left, reaching that right arm out to a T, keeping your right shoulder on the mat, maybe also looking down that right arm. And we'll release, bringing that right leg back up. Bending both knees, crossing the right ankle over the left thigh, reaching the right arm through and pulling on the left leg so you can grab onto the back of the thigh or the front of the shin. Try to line your left knee up with your left shoulder. Releasing the right foot to the floor, hugging the left knee in, giving it a nice squeeze. Extending the left leg up, point and flex the foot a few times. And circle it first in one direction. And then in the opposite direction. Grabbing anywhere along the leg or using your strap, pulling that left leg in for a hamstring stretch. Your right leg may be bent or straight. Extending that left leg out towards the left side, keeping your right side on the mat. And then taking that left leg up and across the body over to the right, extending the left arm out to a T, keeping your left shoulder on the mat, maybe looking down that left arm. And we'll release. Bringing that left leg back up, bending both knees, crossing the left ankle over the right thigh, making that figure four again, reaching your left arm through and pulling on the right leg, lining that right knee up with the right shoulder. And release, hugging the knees into the chest. Extending arms out to a T, palms up or down, either dropping both knees to your right, or if you like, you can cross your left leg over your right thigh first, and then take the knees over to the right. Keeping both shoulders on the mat, maybe looking down the left arm. And we'll release and switch sides. So if you cross legs one way, cross them the other way. We'll all take the knees over to the left. And release. Uncrossing the legs if they're crossed, hugging the knees into the chest, bringing the forehead up to meet the knees, squeezing everything in nice and tight. And then releasing it all down. So preparing for Savasana, final relaxation, and I do have a special guided meditation for our solar plexus chakra, our third chakra today. So do what you need to do to make yourselves comfortable, put on any layers if it's a little cool in your space, maybe make your space darker if you have an eye pillow or any other props that you want to kind of gather.
And then just settle into whatever comfortable position you would like to take for your meditation today. Close your eyes. Breathing deeply, place your hands on your solar plexus and feel the warmth radiating from your center. From below, sense the stillness of the earth at the base of your spine and the movement and fluidity of the water in your abdomen. The earth and water energy coalesce, rising up, turning into a warming fire in your solar plexus. The fire is glowing and expanding with its vibrant, bright light. It keeps you warm, helps you break down food, and supplies you with abundant energy. From above, visions, ideas, streams of consciousness come down to your solar plexus, fueling the fire, giving it beautiful shapes, guiding it, and moving it outward into the world. This is your center, the seat of your will and your personal power. It is here where you break the tie with your families, your tribes, and become your own person, an individual ready to leave your own unique impression on the world. It is here where you integrate your feelings, ideas, thoughts, and intelligence, where you exercise your willpower and take actions, where you turn challenges into opportunities and turn your visions and dreams into reality. In the past, you may have turned your power over to your parents, your teachers, your superiors, or other people with authority so you could be accepted and loved. Or you may have been driven to seek power in order to feel respected and admired. Now you are in touch with your true power. You honor and respect yourself, and you take responsibility for your words and actions. You no longer need approval from others, nor do you need to have power over others. Now you know that true power doesn't need to shout. True power is quiet, firm, steady, and effortless. You know who you are, why you are here, and what you are here to do. Act with confidence and inner conviction. Inspire others to join you, to create something beautiful and meaningful, and to make the world a better place. Now summon the fire of your personal power to give you courage, discipline, strength, patience, and perseverance to walk confidently in the direction of your dreams, taking steps one at a time to fulfill your purpose in life. Feel the warm fire radiating from your solar plexus, penetrating into every cell of your being. Watch the fire burning away any doubt, shame, guilt, insecurities, and jealousies that were lodged there. Watch the fire leaving behind strength, confidence, and belief in yourself. Slowly, the fire is winding down, but its warmth stays at your center. You can feel it every time you put your hands on your solar plexus, and you can ignite it anytime you need it. And we'll start to wiggle fingers and toes. Circling ankles and wrists. And reaching the arms up overhead, just stretch. And release. And either rolling to one side or hugging the knees into the chest. Taking a few deep breaths as you prepare to come up to seated. And when you're ready, making your way into any comfortable seat you choose to finish your practice today. Sitting up nice and tall and dropping the chin to the chest. Taking the right ear towards the right shoulder. And left ear to left shoulder. Bringing the head up, taking the hands behind the head and looking all the way up. And release, taking 3 deep breaths, inhaling arms up. And exhaling them down. Inhaling up. And exhaling down. One more time, inhaling it up. Bringing the hands together, heart center as we exhale. Delight in me honors delight in you. Namaste.